Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here I have a great article for you guys from the Las Vegas Review Journal. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So I wanted to tie this article into the 2024 outlook for Verizon. The first big event for them is going to be early on at the Super Bowl, and that's what's being discussed in this article. Super Bowl to create monstrous demand for the data at Allegiant Stadium. So that's where the Super Bowl is going to take place in Vegas, and they got some pictures of the engineers. They talk about some of the enhancements that were made in this article. So make sure you guys check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description. So from a network perspective, I'm not concerned about Verizon at all. They will handle these types of events, these larger venues, with ease. There's tons of millimeter wave in there. They're probably going to start aggregating some of the millimeter wave sometime in 2024 with some standalone. They're probably going to start aggregating 28 gigahertz, 39 gigahertz. I mean, they're gonna take that millimeter wave to the next level because they've invested in it and they've been testing it and further investing into the technology. So not concerned with Verizon at all. In fact, I believe, and this is my belief, looking at some of the statistics behind the scenes that I see, the documents that I get sent, looking at some of the stuff that's out publicly, I think Verizon will surpass T-Mobile in overall national speeds before 300 million pops. I don't think Verizon will have to match T-Mobile's 300 million pops of mid-band coverage to surpass them in the speed lead. I think they can do it around 250, 260. If I had to take a guess on that, of course, that's just me speculating. None of that is official, but I have a good sense of what's happening. And once you get to the smaller PEAs, Verizon is pure 200 megahertz with, full 10 gig circuits. Some of those 10 gig circuits are fed with 2 gig, 5 gig. I mean, they're going to do some crazy things in 2024 as the C-band continues to scale. And that's a contiguous, clean channel. They don't have to worry about fragmentation. They don't have to worry about aggregating additional bandwidth because they didn't buy DoD. It's just pure C-band from them. And then at a later date, they just start refarming LTE. So I'm not concerned from a networking perspective. I never was with Verizon. They invest a ton of money. They're a global provider. They have their own fiber that they continue scaling, although that's starting to slow down. But at any time, they could pick and choose a few markets here and there and expand their fiber there and increase that percentage of the footprint that's on their own fiber. Now, what I do see Verizon having a rough 2024 as it comes to the consumer side. Right? If we're looking at Verizon overall as a business, I think they're going to have a rough 2024. And in fact, as long as this leadership sticks around, I think they're going to have an even rougher 2025. And the reason I say that is because T-Mobile is continuing to expand their network. They're continuing to strike partnerships that gain them momentum. It gains them better perception. It's word of mouth. Like I stated in the previous video about the Formula One race in Vegas, a bunch of CIOs went to the event to see T-Mobile showcase. And now these CIOs are going to speak with others. And again, it's just all word of mouth. So I feel T-Mobile will continue growing their business presence. AT&T will continue to grow their business presence. And at some point, that's going to affect Verizon's growth even on business. Now, that hasn't been seen in the numbers. So I will state that as a fact, right? We haven't seen them slow down on the numbers. But as T-Mobile disclosed in their quarterly earnings, looking at their benchmark competitor, which is clearly Verizon, Verizon's always at a higher churn and lower growth compared to T-Mobile. So something really needs to change at Verizon. And the consumer sector, consumer group at Verizon, that's completely dead. I mean, they don't grow there at all. Are they going to grow in Q4? Yes. And you guys have heard me say that before Verizon even stated that in their commentary recently, that it looks like they're having a good Q4. Because Q4 is just, you have to grow. If you don't grow into Q4, I mean, you're doing something terribly wrong. So my outlook for 2024 for Verizon is they continue to lose on the consumer side. And not necessarily that they post a net loss in every quarter, but if they come out positive, let's just say Q2 2024, Verizon adds 30,000 net adds on postpaid consumer. For me, I would say that they take a big L. That's just too low of a growing quarter. It's too low. They need to do 200 to 300,000 actively, in my opinion. For what they offer, all the value, they continue to add more value. They just announced a Max and Netflix streaming bundle that you can get for 40% off exclusively through Verizon. I mean, if they can get this all together, if they can do the marketing the right way, I mean, they have something big here. But I still feel there's a disconnect. Marketing is not on the same level with some of the other sections in the company. And I just think there's a lot of miscommunication. They aren't all on the same sheet. And little by little, we're starting to notice that. I speak with some of the people internally at Verizon, and they tell me, well, there's a disconnect. They need to do this. They're not doing that. I hear that all day long. So something has to change. And like I said in the previous video, Verizon at any point in time could make a leadership change that could rock the industry. That could happen at any moment, any quarter, any week of any quarter, any day of any quarter, that could happen. Hans is out. The rest of the leadership team is out. This is who's coming in, and these are the changes they're making. That would be, in my opinion, the biggest move for Verizon yet. There is nothing else that Verizon could do. Even if Verizon bought US Cellular in 2024, I don't even think that would be as big of a deal as it would to get new leadership. You could have all the capacity and spectrum in the world. If you don't know how to run it and sell it, what's the use? And I go back to the analogy of having the best burrito. It's a very simple one, but if you have the best burrito on the whole block, but you don't have great customer service, you don't know how to sell it, you don't know how to market it, nobody's going to buy that burrito. They're going to buy Joe Blow's burrito at the end of the street because he knows how to sell. He has great customer service. He greets everyone with a smile, and he's going to sell all his burritos, even though your burritos are better. And it's the same situation we're in. Verizon has the better network. It's scientific testing that's proving it again. I've seen a lot of the second half 2023 tests. I don't know why Root Metrics has not released them, but a lot of them are out, and Verizon is winning and increasing their leadership once again. And I feel Ookla, OpenSignal, they will all start to get on board with that in 2024 as Verizon continues to scale the C-band. So again, to close out the video, this will be a rough 2024 for Verizon, especially Q1. That's going to be a very rough quarter for them. Coming out of a Q4 where they possibly gain some momentum, I think Q1 is going to be a loss, and they take that negative momentum into Q2. And I don't think Q2 is going to be any better in 2024. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I think we already have, I think I saw Q1 is going to be reported January 22nd or 21st. Q2 is going to be reported July 22nd. So there's that. Just wanted to point that out. They already have it all listed. Maybe I'll go over that with you guys in another video this week. So we'll see. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, follow the social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.